Hola, it's your boy Smitty. I've got one sip left of this. Barely. Welcome to another video. This one is based on this message that I received and then sent today. It says, "Thank you. I will definitely work on being explosive because I ordered this person to do a certain technique. Watch videos of myself is helping heaps." I said, I think a large reason. Is that a strong reason? A large reason. A big thing. Anyway, I like assessing the way I talk. I think a large reason people are getting stronger so fast now has a lot to do with the ability we have to film and watch ourselves and others. Not sure why I read it in that voice. I think I'm trying to act a certain way because I am ill-prepared for this video, which isn't going to stop me from talking about it. So, filming yourself, this is to do with lifting because that's what I am interested in. That's one thing I'm interested in. So if you're interested in getting stronger, in moving more weight or winning your next comp, maybe you don't have to, if you're just interested in strength, okay? A new 3-rep max, putting on muscle, just getting better, okay? If you're interested in getting better, actually, I'm coming at this as a strength coach and a strongman athlete, Australian record holder, coming at it from that angle. But I truly believe filming is huge. If you're an athlete, if you're one of my athletes and I say, send me some videos, it's like, I'm not just saying it. It will help me because I can see how you're moving. I can give you some technique tips and it will help you immensely. So I'm just going to chat. I've got a couple of little stories in my mind that I'm going to share and I've looked up some studies I can see in the top there. But here's my initial thoughts are, I film myself a lot and it's not just to share things. What I share is about 10% of what I film. I film some warm-ups and if I miss a rep sometimes on the log, I'll go watch it and I can be like, yep, hips didn't move up the way I normally do. Or, oh, I can see I breathed into my lungs too much there. I knew I did that. Or I'm not liking this. And I can change things just technique-wise that I know I'm looking for. And even last week and the week before, I can change things technique-wise. That was my phone falling. Another part that I believe is, so technique is a big one. You can watch yourself. Why did that rep feel better? You can go on Instagram and watch others. You can go on YouTube and watch others. I used to go on bodybuilding.com, a lot of YouTube, and watch others lift. And you can see, if I have a story about watching the Chinese weightlifters when I was not first getting into log, but when I was, I had about 110 kilo log or 115. I was training for a competition where I wanted to hit a new Australian record of 117, which I got. And I was watching a lot of the Chinese weightlifting videos. Hook Grip and All Things Gym were sharing a lot of stuff, they probably still do, on YouTube. And I could watch Liu Xiaojun and I could watch, what's the guy's name with H that he trains with? Anyway, I could watch the guy in the next weight category. You'd watch like a 20-minute video and it would be their warm-ups all the way through to their main lifts and their squats. And through watching that, I started pulling the faces that they pulled. You know, the China, well, it's not just the Chinese that do it, but they, at the bottom of their clean, they've got this big open mouth and they make this certain noise and sometimes they drop the bar and bow. And I kid you not, I started doing that in my training. And my split jerks on the log looked fantastic. I've got this one video on my Insta, can't be bothered scrolling back to find it. But it was one of the best 110 kilo split clean and jerks that I've done on a log, even to this day. I remember it. It was snappy. And that was through watching them. And I wasn't trying to mimic the way they move because their stupidly short-femored, short-arm, long torso bodies don't relate to mine at all. But through watching them, I honestly felt I became faster. If you're trying to get better at weightlifting, I think you should watch lots of weightlifting videos. The point of this video is you've got physically watching something and learning. Like, I don't remember thinking, oh, they've got their mouths open, maybe that does something. I don't remember thinking, oh, they're making a noise, I'll go try it. It's just something that through watching it enough, I emulated and copied, and I found that it helped. So I'm wondering, conscious versus subconscious. When you're watching videos of someone else, I've watching through a lot of chest videos that I watch, I find myself sometimes, I'll be watching someone teach how they train chest, and I'll be sitting there, I'll be subconsciously, I'll just notice that I'm tense just through watching that video. I'm not trying to mimic them, but I find myself doing it. So is watching your videos and watching others' videos, is it like a second training session? Could you treat it? Could it be? Because I will watch my videos my log videos, if I film, like today I've filmed maybe 5 or 6 videos, I have watched them once. I will probably watch them twice more. All my main lifts from today, on a normal day, I'd probably watch it, 2 or 3 times. That's everything. And that's not including if I share it. That's not including if I make a video or scrolling back to watch other ones. So I'm training. I'm watching it during training sometimes to see how it looks, and I'm assessing how I feel. And then I'm going back and watching it. And then I'm watching YouTube videos. You could call it obsessive. Some people would call it that. I wouldn't call it that. So that's the point of this video, is how important filming is, and just anecdotally, and I'll get a few things up here, the power of the mind. How much more can we get out of training? How much faster can you make progress through watching your videos and maybe others? And not even so much through the technical analysis and really looking at what they do with their mouths and where their chin is. Just watching and enjoying because you like the sport and you want to get better at it. So where did I start here? I typed in something whack into Google. I can't even remember. I said something about the brain making you stronger. Are strength gains associated with training the nervous system driving muscle? And I made a video just last week about how we get stronger. You can go back and check it out. I've been listening to a lot of Blink, slowed down, really enjoying it. How do we get stronger? Go back and watch this. I double dare you. Where am I? So neurologically is a big one. The nervous system is a big one. So repetition. But I'm trying to say in this video, we've got real reps in real life, or what we know is real life. And then we've got watching it back. What can the mind do? I don't want you to obsess over things, but maybe you should. Anyway, so I was reading this, and then I saw this Yu and Cole. Untrained limb often increases significantly, even the untrained limb. So I clicked on this. Anyway, I ended up looking up a few things, and from mental power to muscle power, gaining strength by using the mind. There's actually freaking studies on it, which you all probably knew. This one here I'd heard of. I actually sat next to, so it's GU and KJ Cole. Maybe in the 90s, was it? Can't remember. I had a quick read of this. It's got a lot of words I didn't understand. It was to do with the abductor muscles. Abductor is meaning away from, you've got away from the body. So your adductor muscles are like your groin. They bring the legs in. And then you've got abduction, moving away from the body. So I think this is talking about your pinky abducting. So your pinky going away from midline, or the digits of your fingers. That's the study they did. And the way that they studied it was mainly with isometrics. And isometric is holding. So not like how much force can you move, but, or maybe the training with, anyway, it's probably not a perfect study. Nothing is. What we can glean from it is, sometimes you can just read the bottom. You know how they give you they just give me the notes. A third possibility is the motor neurons themselves become more responsive. Anyway, what they did was, I actually sat next to a lady named Rosemary in 2016 on a flight home from Sydney after a competition where I dropped a stone on my foot, and she was into metaphysics, and she shared this story with me, saying that they had done studies where they had one group training their pinkies or their digits of their digits in abduction, how fast they can move it. They had certain patients, I thought it was people in a hospital. They had certain people training their finger strength. They had certain people imagining training their finger strength, and they had a third group not training their finger strength. And I did find some numbers here. I'm just going to make it up because I'm confident in doing that. But what they did find, maybe I'll just click back. What they did find was that the group that trained saw, let's say, I'm just going to make it up because I'm not promising anything. No, here we are. Average abduction force of the left fifth digit increased 22% for the imagining group. Are you kidding? Where did I say that? 30% for the contraction group. So 30% for people that trained, 22% for people that used their freaking stupid brains. These are probably stupid people. And then the control group doing nothing was 3.7. So even the people that didn't do anything increased, and that could be, I would suggest trying harder on a test. I know I do that. You get the camera in front of me and say, try harder. I'll try harder. I can try 3.7% harder. So that's one study. I didn't look into how they studied it really. Like, how do you know that these people aren't going outside of the test and training their little digits outside of your study? But there is more like this. You can find other ones. I've clicked on other ones. And guys, it's a real thing. Short-term strength, from mental power to muscle power, gaining strength by using the mind. I don't think this is truly going to surprise anyone. I don't think anyone's going to be like, Smitty, you're off your head. My brain is just here to forget things. My brain is just here to, I don't know, move my body and torture me at night so I can't sleep. I'm going to suggest that no, your brain can do so much more, or your subconscious. Is the subconscious even in the brain? How would they prove that? Regardless, thinking of strength. Now, I'm talking about strength here. This ain't a money-making podcast. I'm not trying to fix your relationships or your life. I'm trying to help you get strong. I'm sticking with this narrow little thing. If you want to go elsewhere in your life, that's on you. But let's just start with things that we can study and things that you can change. Because if this works for you, if you can start seeing faster progress in the gym because you're watching yourself more, watching others more, thinking of things, doing things with your mind, then you can anecdotally, with evidence, say, hey, I'm onto something, or Smitty was onto something. And then you might want to go use it in other parts of your life and see if it helps. So there's some stories I wanted to share. It was, I can't remember. I can't remember the point. Do I have to pretend that I had a point? I sent a message today. It made me think of things. And now there's a video. Maybe you've got similar experiences. Maybe you've got something. It doesn't have to be in the strength world. Maybe you've got other things. Other titles here were things like, I'm not going to be able to find it now, but training, the left side of the body had an impact on the muscles on the right. Motor imaginary training of skeletal properties in sports science students, underlying prime effects of motor imaginary. So something about imagining. Something about quadricep weakness is associated. Oh, here we are. Short-term strength training, unilateral strength training. So using unilateral means one side. Training your left quad increases the voluntary activation of the opposite untrained limb. So guys, if you're ever, this is a huge one. If you ever hurt yourself, if you ever hurt your left wrist wanking too much, you can still do stuff with your right and it will have an impact on your left. Please remember that if you ever injure yourself and you can't do something on one side of the body, it is worth training the other side. I already knew that. I would already advise people to do that, okay? And this is also coinciding with why I'm such a big fan of dumbbell pressing. You guys won't see me bench pressing anymore. Happy for others to do it, but I love dumbbell rows and dumbbell incline press, dumbbell floor press, dumbbell extensions. I like single leg. Anyone that does my programming, single leg, dumbbell or barbell, RDL. I love reverse lunges. I love step-ups done a certain way. You get to strengthen that side, and if there's benefit to the other side, bonus. Absolute bonus. So I think I've gone across the things that I wanted to go across in this video. And if I could suggest anything, guys, it's if you care about this, if you care, I don't want to force people to obsess over things. I've definitely obsessed over things in the past and just lived and breathed this stuff. And I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I'm glad I did it. I have a better balance with it now, but I used to go to bed watching stuff. Now I go to bed watching crazy people talk about crazy things. So I'm an obsessive person, but I love it. Why wouldn't you? If you care about anything, if you want to go to the gym, you're paying a membership, you're buying clothes, you're wasting your money on supplements probably, but you're buying all this stuff. When you're done training, what else can you do? Recovery, stretching, and food. What if there's another thing? What if watching your videos back and not obsessing? Don't do it if you don't enjoy it. But what if thinking about it? What if watching others? Does your brain know if it's you? That's what I tried to look up before. Can you watch others? Does your brain know if it's you or not? If you watch someone doing something successfully over and over and over and over, what impact does that have on you? Does your brain need to know that it was you doing those lifts, or can I just watch someone and start getting their skills maybe a little bit? You can't say it's not true. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you found this beneficial at all. Sorry about the wanking joke. That was a bit out of left field, but I don't know, sometimes I'm just going to try to be funny. So happy training. Have a great week. I'll see you at the club, or I'll see you never. Bye.